Michelle Raymond, the wonderful, amazing Michelle. I'm really delighted to have you on this case study. Just a brief, overview. Can you just let us know who you are and why you sought my support? Just to really propel your amazing self. So yeah, tell us a little bit more.
Okay, so my name is Michelle Raymond. I'm a HR consultant and a business growth coach.
Yeah.
So I reached out to Katrina because I felt like I was doing lots of stuff, and I do lots of stuff very well, but it's not in any particular order.
Yeah.
And there's no system. So, and I know that Katrina is the funnel queen. She knows what she's doing. So yeah, we met up and I had a little bit of a weep, if I remember rightly.
You did. I wouldn't share that, but you can.
But I just wanted to help.
Yeah, I really appreciated, your heart. And the thing is no judgment. There's no judgment where you are. So yes, after your weep, we pick you back up. Yes.
Yeah. And Katrina said, you know what, Michelle, let's do this. And we worked something out, an agreement out. And I said that, I need to get this done because I've just got too much data, too much information that I'm sitting on, and I'm not even monetizing.
No, so the monetizing, so let's look at really, I think the case studies work really well for people to understand where they are. So you were doing lots of things. You were also contacted an awful lot. So our main thing was to remove all the manual backwards and forwards, and really to propel and monetize like one task into 10 to times 10 you basically.
Yeah, definitely. And I tend to get lots of inquiries around like people who want to speak on stage and who want to get paid, and people who just want to find out about my coaching services. And I manually was basically messaging absolutely everybody.
Yes,
and
I know.
I didn't have a funnel like, at least take them to somewhere else, let them absorb that information and then come back to me.
And I think that most people think that a funnel has to be this massive complicated thing. So we've broken it up into smaller bits, haven't we? So that you don't have to take time out of your business. I think the first one was the to and fro in. And you are an entrepreneur that I see that gives an awful lot. So it was putting a system around what you can deliver, but also structuring that so you could assess people coming to you so that you could help them. That was the main bit.
Yeah.
And so we had an amazing brainstorming strategy session. I think that one was Michelle. So
you know what? You don't know how much you do and how much you serve people until you sit down with somebody who can extract it. So when you ask me to put that list together, everything I do, and then you ask me to decipher, how much do I get paid for it, when do I do it, I just thought, oh my God. And then you were able to get me to prioritize which ones we can then repurpose a number of times.
And then we priced, and so from that we realized how much money we were leaving on the table. I think that was that. And to be honest, for me, it was just making sure that you can be the expert at the right place at the right time. And you're amazing. You're on stages. I just really like people to understand how you work with companies, corporations, and small business owners in a HR capacity and in a business growth capacity.
Yeah. So in a HR capacity, I mainly work with businesses that employ staff. That's my main focus, because then I look after the whole HR service, and it's an outsourced service for them if they can't afford to have HR in the business all the time. So I specifically go in and help them with recruitment campaigns, policies and procedures, all of those stuff that, is not a good use of their own time. No. And then with really new businesses, if they're just starting to set up, I have like a really easy to use toolkit, which has like 20 of the best policies that they need to get started. So that's what I do in a HR capacity. And in a business growth capacity is allowing people to be more visible. So whereas you take people's visibility and you systemize it to get them out. I'm not so good at that. What I am good at,
put them out there, which I don't like.
Is, getting them more exposure, getting more eyes on their work, getting them to raise their profile so that they can then get more speaking engagements and be interviewed on podcasts and radio stations. So
exactly.
we have that whole entirety in terms of visibility, and we focus a lot on speaking.
Yeah. So one of our strategies, as we know, you'll be having a myriad of more systems that deliver portals for more corporations. So I'm really excited about that launch and the potential income streams. So obviously the income streams have increased, and that's our whole goal. But also the visibility globally as well for you, allowing you to have different funnels and different, for me, I know you say toolkits, and Michelle sometimes doesn't realize what she does. And that's another thing that I feel most business owners, entrepreneurs and corporations do not realize, the monetization or the benefit or the process behind what they do. They think, oh, I just do this. So what we've been able to do is create business models around some of those activities and those processes. And again, for you, as we map that out and as we continue to develop, I think for you, it's been like, wow.
Yeah, most definitely. And I think even when you talked about toolkit, I was just thinking with one of the programs I have, the business of speaking. Yeah, that's just one program, but then I could sell just the templates by itself.
Nice. So we broke that down.
Webinar just on the same thing. Then I can do an in-person workshop. So it's endless.
It really. I know, and that just one brand, that's exactly it. Thank you, Michelle. So before we go, what would you say to someone who's feeling a little bit just like you? Could you describe the emotions you were feeling at that point? Because I mean, we didn't meet, it wasn't like we set up a call before that. You just literally just you decided. And one of the things that I really admire about Michelle is she's very transparent. She's not afraid to say exactly how she feels. And the first thing I said to her is, you know, there's no shame. And you actually wrote a post after the session. I would have said nothing, but it was amazing to see. But how would you describe those emotions before and after?
So before, I was nervous because it's yourself bare, isn't it? And it's your. And the thing is, with me, people have a perception of me already, and they think, oh yeah, she's got it all going on, everything's just perfect, but don't realise that although on the surface, I look fine, and then underneath I'm paddling really hard,
just like everyone else.
Systems in place. So I felt like, how can I show up 100% authentic in the way that I do things, to say, I've got all my systems in place, and I can do this for you, because right now I can do this for you, and now I need Kat to help me.
No, you're so, and that's
really real. So I think after our conversation, I think I just felt so much better, and I thought, oh my God, if I can automate some of this, if I could put this in a funnel, and that just happens automatically, then I don't need to stay up 2-3 o'clock in the morning.
You're not doing that. No.
Before I thought that was like a badge of honor, but I don't see it like that.
It's not a badge of honor.
Not anymore.
No. And so the membership site's coming soon.
Yeah.
Excited about that. So what we're focusing on now is multiple streams of income, residual and passive, because obviously it's never absolutely passive. You still have to do something, but we're looking at that. So perhaps we split this case study up until when we get to that point, and then we look at the revenue stream. So anyway, Michelle, thank you so much. Thank you for choosing me. It's been an absolute pleasure. And thank you for joining me in this case study.
My pleasure.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Thank you.